Welcome back to the channel, Retro Freaks. Today, we're kicking it kind of old school.
Yep.
This is no video idea or concept. This is just a good old-fashioned pickups video.
Which we do like maybe once or twice a year.
Yeah.
So we don't do that often, yeah.
But we have been picking some stuff up along the way. We still hunt. We still want to add to the collection, all those things. Some things aren't even video game related, so saddle up.
We have some really cool toys, if you will.
Yeah.
We have a new thing over there that I can't wait to talk about.
Yeah.
It's so exciting.
But we're going to kick it off with an old school NES game, a couple of NES games that we picked up. You and I dropped off a whole bunch of stuff after the last convention we sold at.
Yep.
And I was still sitting on a ton of store credit at our local video game store.
Yes, we were going to do a video on this because we had like a full tub of low-hanging fruit, like $5 to $10 games, but it was a whole tub.
Yeah.
So we took it to a local game store, sold it all off. We were going to do a video of it, but there wasn't anything in the store at that moment that we were going to buy. So you picked up things throughout the couple months.
Yeah, I still think I have like $90 left on this store credit thing. But the first NES game that we got with it was Felix the Cat,
which is such a fun game. And it's
Hudson Soft, amazing platformer on the easy side, but a game nonetheless that I've wanted in the collection for a long time.
Yeah, it's wild that we haven't had it because I feel like this is a staple on the NES. It's in freaking pristine condition. I'm excited to dive into this because I've only played like the first couple levels of Felix the Cat.
Yeah.
But it's a fun game. And then another NES game we picked up is G.I. Joe, The Atlantis Factor. So now we have both G.I. Joe games.
Yeah, because we have Real American Porno on the show.
Because there's two G.I. Joe games. This is the Capcom one. I don't think I've ever played this one, but I am excited because I really like Real American Porno.
Yep.
So
jumping into the Nintendo Switch.
Ooh, some modern stuff.
We have these Patreon Zoom calls.
Yep.
Every so often. Once a month. Ish.
And they spend our money for us.
Yeah. A bunch of freaks joined the call, but they kept talking about this game, which I was already tracking in the realm of Jet Grind Radio.
Yes.
Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. I haven't even broke the seal on this, but for the Nintendo Switch, that was a recent ad. I'm excited to
I'm so excited.
This.
A lot of people too in our comment section when we talked about the Dreamcast video, they mentioned this. And then another game that we picked up that's also still sealed, and because of the freaking Patreon people, Super Mario Party Jamboree, which I'm so excited. They play it a lot on our Discord, which if you're not a Patreon subscriber, maybe think about doing that.
But we're not even Mario Party guys, but they just kept beating the drum.
And they play this online with each other all the time, and it looks so much fun. I can't wait till one day lose to them in this.
So I actually started this game 2 nights ago on the Switch, and I'm super happy with this purchase.
Ooh.
Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster.
Oh, that's a sick collection.
Now, I remember back in the day playing the first game. My brother was way into RPGs and that type of stuff. I've been out of the RPG mix for quite some time. I'm getting back into it, though, a little bit.
Yeah.
And I literally lost 4 hours the other night.
Damn.
Just jumped into this right away when I got it.
You're starting to get that RPG itch.
It's coming around.
Ooh.
It's coming around, but really cool release from Konami. I'm not far enough, and I don't remember enough of when I played through the first 2 games of knowing, like, is this better than those? The same as those?
But are you having fun?
I'm having a great time.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I've never played the Suikoden games, or however you say it. Moving on to the next one. A Lest collection. This is a shooting collection, but it looks like it's Japanese. Like the back is all in Japanese. This is still sealed, so I don't know anything about this.
So I got down this rabbit hole because I recently found out, which I've been modding Wii's forever and putting the SEGA app on there. But
you've been modding Wii since before we started the channel. 7 years ago.
But I always the Genesis app. The SEGA app rather. I was always just focused on the Genesis games. And then not that long ago, was like, holy cow, this thing can play Game Gear stuff.
Yep.
Which I don't really know a lot about.
But you did an NDR already.
Yeah, and the Aleste games are a really good shooter on the Saturn, and there's obviously more than just that here. But I was like, okay, I'm going to buy this collection. And again, still sealed.
Still sealed, yeah.
But I have beat Aleste, GG, and I think there's 2 Aleste games on the Game Gear. I beat them on the Wii. So anyway,
that's freaking sick. I think shooting collections. We have a few shooting collections for the Switch. They're great to have just because it's multiple games in one, especially for travel. Like we have like these Psycho or whatever shooting collections, and then that's going to be so fun. Like when we're on the road and stuff to travel.
2 games. I'm just going to lump them together here. The WarioWare games on the Switch. I didn't have these, but my girlfriend and I have been playing Smooth Moves a lot, on the and Wii. We've been playing Game & Wario a ton on the Wii U.
Yes, which is so fun.
So she was like, "Man, is this the only ones they have?" I was like, "Well, there's a couple new ones on the Switch. We dabbled with Move It, haven't gotten to this one yet."
I didn't know there was 2 of them. I knew about Move It.
Dude, it's right in the same vein. If you like smooth moves, it's not like Game & Wario.
Okay,
These are like
I really like Game & Wario.
Yeah.
So is there kind of motiony, but it's gyro though?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Does it work?
It does.
Okay, it does work. Okay, that's what I'm always...
At least on this one I can say that. I don't know, but...
I mean, the WarioWare games are... those are great games for people that aren't gamers.
Yeah.
So, like, it's great for you and your lady.
Yeah.
Moving on to the last Switch game. This is a limited run game by Konami. So exciting that they finally did this. Ninja 5-0. This is amazing that they finally brought this to the Switch.
Yeah, it's a Game Boy Advance game.
Yes,
but it's kind of more of an expensive Game Boy Advance game. It's very unique. It's a side-scrolling ninja platforming type of game, but the interface is set up a lot like a light gun game.
Oh, okay.
Like it's almost like the way you select the levels is kind of like Time Crisis.
Oh, sick. Okay.
So
I haven't played this game yet.
It almost feels like an arcade element, but anyway, I'm really close to beating this game. I've had a great time with it. It's kind of tough, but it's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Now we're going to take a little break from games, and I got to show you something that's behind my back. So
and his butthole.
Yeah, it smells really good right now. So if you guys have been a fan of the channel for a while, you know we have 3 wrestling buddies. We have freaking Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, and Macho Man. But now we have 4. Let me just do a little shimmy.
Money, 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 money.
We picked up the $1 Million Man wrestling buddy, almost in perfect shape.
Yeah.
This is freaking awesome. His nose is a little messed up, but all of their noses are messed up, probably because people are rubbing it in the dirt, giving it the elbow. Wrestling buddies are funny, but this thing is an awesome, awesome shape. So
eventually,
fun.
I want a full collection, but we'll see if we ever get there.
So what are we missing?
Do you remember
4 of them?
Well, yeah, and we were selling at that one convention at the time, and we were doing really good. And we found that really good deal on Jake the Snake. And I can't remember if it was me or you. We were like, let's do it. We're doing really good. And we're like, let's just see how much better we do the rest of the day and go back. And then it was gone.
Yeah, and then you went back and it was gone.
Yeah,
I remember that because that was at a local convention.
Yeah.
And man, Jake the Snake would be sick, and then LOD would be sick.
And I seen those on the low too, and my girlfriend was like, just buy them. And I didn't. And the next week I went to go do it, and they were gone.
But we have 4 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, if we get more, where are we going to put them?
Who knows?
We're gonna get kicked out of our own chairs.
Yeah.
That's what's wild. But it's so fun. Moving on to an Xbox One game, but it also works on the Series X. Wanted Dead. We talked about this game in a Games Rated Poorly episode. This is by the same developers that made Devil's Third.
Yeah.
So it's a third-person run-and-gun hack-and-slash game.
Yeah.
And female lead, badass, so fun.
Gory as hell.
More polished than Devil's Third, but still you get that grittiness. Still fun. Still kind of a little bit, like the load times and everything are a little bit slow.
Yep.
But it's a smaller developer. This game is fun as hell.
It is. And if you remember when we streamed Devil's Third, if you thought that game looked fun, this game is more refined and holy hell.
I will say, like, the controls and stuff.
this.
The controls and stuff are a little tricky. It takes a little bit of time to figure it out, and it's a game that you will want to play start to finish because if you take a break, you're going to forget how to play.
Well, for sure, yeah, because there's button combos.
Yeah,
it's not the most the controls are intuitive. I hate to say that they're not intuitive. They are, but they're way more complex than you would think they would be for a game like this.
Yeah, and then like there's a little bit of RPG elements as well because there's like skill trees you can do, which I'm a big fan of Borderlands, so I love a good skill tree.
Yeah.
So like when you get enough points, you can unlock different abilities and different moves. It's freaking fun.
On to the next little PS2 hype.
Ooh.
Really, really, really clean copies of these, and this was degrading on our store credit.
Yes, so you basically got them. It was just a trade.
Yeah, for sure. But we completed our PS2 set of Fatal Frame, and we got Fatal Frame 1 and Fatal Frame 3.
Yeah, we've had 2 since I think we started the channel.
Well, and then digitally we have Maiden of Blackwater. I think physically we have Maiden of Blackwater on PS4.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, we fell in love with Fatal Frame with the second game.
Yeah, 2 is so good.
And we have never, ever, and still to this day, have not played 1 and 3.
So maybe this October, stay tuned.
Maybe
we'll
this will be some streaming action.
But
just
perfect conditions.
Stiff cases, super clean discs, manuals, the whole nine.
And these games are expensive, so it's nice to be like, oh, we basically traded or got them for free, kind of. So
well, yeah, and you got to understand, we came out of those conventions in the green.
Yeah.
Like we had made money.
Yeah.
And it was like you said, we took all of the, just like literally like 15 Wiimotes, 3 to $10 games.
Like we sold a lot of stuff that was low hanging fruit that would have we would have been sitting on it forever.
Yeah.
So it's like we got rid of stuff that was just taking up space to get stuff that's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
It's not going to take up space.
Why we game hunt.
Yes.
That is why we do what we do. And
that's how you can, if you're trying to get expensive stuff, that's how you can do it too.
Yeah.
Obviously, not everybody can sell at conventions, but like, just find a flip your way to it.
Yeah.
Get a whole bunch of cheap games and then take it to a game store, see what you can do. You know, build that store credit.
And then, we're fortunate that our local game store, they pay up for stuff.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
And if they're inventory,
it's not GameStop.
No, yeah. It's they do a great job.
Now moving on to a 360 game, which I've never played, but I want to try.
Yeah.
EA Sports FIFA Street, which I didn't even know was a thing because I love the Street games. I love NFL Street. I love all the Street games. But FIFA Street, I'm intrigued by because I'm not a big fan of soccer, but I love
soccer video games.
But I love strikers.
Oh yeah.
So that's the only soccer video game I've ever really played because I know like FIFA is like a big thing, but I don't care about FIFA. So I'm very intrigued to play this. Like, I wonder if it plays like strikers.
I found that at a pawn shop for $5.
$5.
Well, and then you have to factor this in. They do 3 for $10.
Ooh.
So it was like $3.50.
Yeah, that's freaking sick. I'm excited to play this. It's a recent pickup, so we haven't tried it yet. But I mean, it's a street game, so it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Head on head.
Then the stuff we took into our local game store that they didn't take, I took to GameStop.
Ooh, okay. So you got pennies.
For some trade-ins.
Pennies on the dollar.
Yes, for sure. But I did grab one game with what I traded in. Silent Hill Homecoming. And this was, I think, the last Silent Hill game we don't have in our collection.
We have all of them now?
Well, versions of all of them. We have Shattered Memories on the Wii. We don't have the PS2 version, but
I kind of like that one on the Wii, though.
Yeah.
With the flashlight, it works.
I think it's the best version of the game. Although I don't love motion controls, but it still is the best version of the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, this I think was the last one. We have all the handheld versions, everything else. So
that might be a fun subset collection video to do.
I think so. I think we're there. I have to go through and double check, but I think we have versions of
we don't we don't have multiples on every console, but I'm excited because I've never played Homecoming, so I'm really excited. And I've heard good things about Homecoming. Now moving on to an OG Xbox game that I've never heard of.
Dirty Copy,
Flatout. It looks like you got this at Stuff.
Yeah,
I'm guessing, which is a consignment shop in our area. This looks out of control. Just look at the back.
Well, it's not even a green case. So first off, we don't have the right case. It's missing a manual.
Yeah.
It's got stickers all over it. But I've heard these games are in the Burnout realm. Yeah. We have Flatout Ultimate Carnage on 360.
Oh, okay. So that's like the.
But we get comments all the time like, you guys need to play the Flatout games. And we found the OG.
This looks wild. It looks like a bunch of crashes on the back. It looks like there's a bowling game with people. It looks like you can launch. It looks like you can play darts with people. Race online up to 8 players or 4 players split screen. That's what I like to hear. Okay?
And this is our type of game.
Okay, this is what. Yeah. Reckless drivers wanted. Ran through pilots, smashed through your windshields as you push racing to the edge. Okay, I'm sold.
Next pickup, we're gonna have to walk across the room. But we picked up another CRT TV.
Yep, and not just any CRT.
No. And this is the story behind this is you have to make sure that you just talk to people, tell them your hobbies, and see what happens. The electrician that did all the wiring in this game room.
Yeah, so about a year and a half ago.
And he's a gamer. He pings me randomly. Hadn't talked to him since the game room was done. Yeah. He's like basically, bro, I'm cleaning out my garage. I got to get rid of this. I know what it's worth. But if you want it and you'll use it, I'll cut you a deal. So, yes, I gave him like $80.
That's still a hell of a deal for what it goes for.
But I gave him $80 for this minty version of this. So we've made this little display that we're going to expand upon.
Yes, it's just getting started, so it looks a little bare bones right now.
Yeah.
But the Disney Mickey Mouse CRT TV, minty condition with the remote, the sound still works, the speakers are still attached.
They're not broke. Nothing. Yeah. This thing is flawless, bro.
We're building a Disney display over there. It is so sick. I saw it for the first time today when I walked into the game room. You had Disney Extreme Skate Adventure playing, which is one of my favorite games from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It is just so cool. And now it's fun because it's like, it's kind of on the modern side of the room. So like when we're playing modern, we can still kind of play PS2.
Yeah.
So you can dabble. Well, it's just, it kind of feels like a store. Like it's store demo.
Yeah.
You know, because we just had it on demo mode and it is so cool because I don't think I've ever seen one of those in person.
Well, no, and I've seen them on videos and stuff and been like, holy cow, man. Like, and I can tell those ear speakers, like, and they're always damaged or they're missing. Man, was so happy to get this. And I'm not even like a hardcore Disney fan, but I'm such a hardcore CRT fan.
Yes.
And back to a point we've made in other videos. You don't have to have a ton of room for a CRT TV.
No, this takes up no room.
This literally, we added like one little extra shelf, but it took up very little space. Yeah. And now it's just this cool.
I mean, obviously, this version of a CRT is expensive.
Yeah.
So, but you can get a normal CRT for pretty cheap. What's cool about this one, though, and I didn't even know this was part of it, is when you change the volume, it's Disney related. When you change the channel, it's Disney related. Like it's not just the shell. It's like the insides are also Disney. Like
Donald Duck's the volume guy, Mickey's the channel guy.
It's like they really put their time and effort into making it, and it's so freaking sick. I can't wait to see in a few months what this display turns out to be.
Yeah, because we've talked about, like, we're going to scrub both of our collections, and, like, if we have any Disney DVDs or Disney PS1, PS2 games.
Yeah, just put them over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we can, now it's a PS2, we can freaking watch Disney movies over there.
Yeah.
We can just have another screen playing shit in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's so exciting. But now moving on to some more video game pickups.
Yeah.
We got a PS3 game. Again, another game that I've never heard of, but a 2K game, The Bureau. XCOM Declassified. I don't know anything about this.
I think I got this game for like
$7.49. Yep.
It's stuff, but it's a really clean copy. I love detective-based games.
Okay.
And I can't remember whose video I was watching. Maybe it was Legally Insane Gamer. I can't remember. But he talked about this game, or someone did. And I was like, man, if I ever find it in the wild, I'm going to snag it. And I did. So not like a huge pickup, but pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. And I've never even heard of it, so I'm excited. And then the last video game related pickup is a PS4 game with VR.
Which is why I grabbed it, because you know I'm a sucker for boxing games.
Yes, Creed, Rise to Glory. I knew exactly when I saw those. I know why you picked it up.
Yeah.
Because you love your boxing games. I don't know anything about this. I've actually never seen any of the Creed movies either.
I have, and I hope this plays really well. I hope it's awesome.
The VR makes it seem like it might be too over the top.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it plays pretty fine normally.
Yeah, it could. Haven't tried it yet. It's just been sitting in the stack.
Play as classic Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, but
okay.
90-day DLC card from the point of purchase.
Oh, shit.
We're way past that, because I bought it used.
Dang, that's what sucks about modern gaming. I get excited.
But the last pickup that we want to talk about was a gift from a friend.
Yep, so it wasn't really a pickup, it was sent to us.
Blows my mind, because I am really close to a complete WWF Hasbro action figure collection,
which is insane. which we should probably do a video on.
Yeah, eventually. And I'm like, the ones I don't have are the heavies. But our good friend Dan, been on the channel, Megadan29,
Megadan69, yeah.
Randomly, it's like, dude, check your front porch. I sent you a package. And you never know with him. What does that even mean?
Yeah, it's going to be nudes of his butt.
Yeah, probably. You never know what you're going to get. And he sent me freaking Atom Bomb.
Yes. pristine condition.
Just like a $200 or $300 figure, dude. I don't know where he got it, how he got it. I don't know what he spent. You know, it's not about that. It was just mind blowing. And it's like, dude, this thing is mint.
Yeah, it's like brand new.
Yeah,
it's so sick. I remember he texted me a couple of days before you got it, and he's like, "Hey, I got a little surprise. What's Wes's address?" And I was like, "Hey, I trust you."
Yeah, yeah.
Here you go. And then I didn't, because he didn't even tell me what it was.
Yeah.
And then I came over and you were like, "Dude, check this out." And I was like, "Holy crap.
Unbelievable.
That's insane." Where are you going to put any more wrestling? Like,
well,
the shelf is full.
So for me to complete the set and display it the way I'm doing, I need to get the King of the Ring ring. Oh. So it's the yellow ring. And then from that point, I need to go based off the era they came out in.
So you're going to have to build another. So you're going to have 2 rings?
Yeah. Yep. I'm going to have 2 rings and all. But yeah, I'm within.
The yellow ring would be sick.
I think I'm down to like less than 10 figures in that ring.
Yeah, but how many are.
Well, and of those 10 figures, I'm down to like some of the dumb ones, man, like the mail-aways, which...
So those go for like $500, $600.
And I will not spend my real human money on that.
No, you got to do like...
Even if I can, it's going to take us finding weird stuff in the wild.
Well, it's like how we picked up all these games. Yeah. It's like we traded our way to get these games, to get games that we want to play. So it's like we didn't spend our hard-earned money because that goes to real life stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, you just got to... Maybe after convention or something. Yeah.
And sometime before I die, I'll probably figure it out. You know, it's gonna be finding.
You're not in a hurry.
You know, like we found Silent Hill and Einhander at a thrift.
Yeah, for like $2.
But we kept those.
We kept those because we didn't have.
So it's like that has to happen again.
If we find those again, then we sell them.
And then we sell them, and then it's like, oh, maybe we can think about getting the 1, 2, 3 kid. You know?
You sell Einhander and Silent Hill for 1, 2, 3 kid. That's this big.
Yeah, kind of silly. I know,
but I mean,
it's the thrill of the hunt.
Yeah,
you know,
and it's the thrill of
And I don't want to just complete it like I don't want to just buy them.
No, because that's not fun.
I want to like
because there's stories behind
a bin to stuff at GCD and Hobby and get money.
Yeah,
and then they actually have one of those or something.
That'd be so sick.
Yeah,
those were our most recent pickups.
Yeah.
I think that's everything that we picked up in the past couple of months. There's probably a few things here and there that we missed because we're always adding shit to the game room.
Yeah.
Oh, you did get a few superstars, WWF superstars.
Yeah,
we haven't talked about, but
yeah, it's a weird collection we have. Modern figures, kind of hard to find too. Walmart exclusives.
But like based on the game room tour, and then now there's a lot more.
Yeah, we'll show some B-roll.
Yeah, we'll show some B-roll that you're running out of room.
Yeah,
but it's sick. I mean, having a game room, you guys know, it's always evolving. You're always adding stuff. You're always putting stuff up, different posters and stuff. But before we go, a different pickup we had was beer.
Yeah.
And we always pick up beer. This is Untold Art, which they're a fantastic brewery. This is the Hazelnut Buttercup Pastry Stout, coming in 11.7% pastry stout with brown sugar, coconut flakes, cacao nibs, hazelnuts, natural and artificial flavors, and caramel color. What do you think?
Well, first off, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
But second off, it's really, really rich and it's really, really sweet.
Yeah.
So like for me, this isn't the typical barrel-aged stout that I love. But as far as an execution standpoint, did they deliver?
This is 100% that. Like,
yeah.
When I first read the can, I was like, hazelnut cup. I was like, oh, it's going to be like a Reese's cup.
Yeah.
But then hazelnut's a little bit different, it's not quite peanut butter. But it tastes like a Reese's peanut butter cup. It's very rich. It's very smooth. It is definitely one, though, that
I think
you sip on one can for an hour and then you don't have another one.
You said that before we filmed. You're like, I don't know if I could do another one of these.
Like it's this is a fantastic beer.
Yes.
But it's not a beer that you're gonna have more than one of.
That's the best way I could put it is, and I don't want to ding like a review on it. Like if it was on a 5-point scale, what they're trying to do is like a 4.8 to a 5.
Yeah, this is
they nailed it. But it's not like a, there are some other barrel-aged stouts that are just more stiff and what they are doing, like the Bourbon County stuff like that. You're not going to want to just chill and have it. Like this is ideal to split a can with a friend. Like I don't really want to finish all that. Like it's just too rich.
It's very rich. It's very creamy. There's a lot of flavor going on, but they nailed all the flavors.
Yeah.
Like what they did was perfect.
Yeah.
But I mean, and it is 11%, so you don't want to have more than
one.
Well,
it's like they tell you on the front of the can. I'm critiquing it on things that it's a pastry stout.
Yeah,
usually those are dessert stouts.
Yeah. But it's definitely one that like you just sip for an hour, enjoy. Maybe that's your only drink of the night.
Maybe throw some VR on and see what happens. Maybe,
oh my god!
Yeah,
I don't know if I could put VR on now. VR messes I like it, but it messes with me on my brain.
We're too old school for VR.
But man, we got a lot of fun games to play.
Yeah.
The tough part is we have a channel and we're always talking about video games and playing video games and working on NDRs and all this stuff. Is some of these games I want to play, but when we will get to them, I don't know. It could be a couple years till we play some of these.
Yeah, for sure.
But
we don't put them on the shelf until we do. So they're just going to sit in a stack. So they sit
in a stack until we play them.
Yeah. Nonetheless, we appreciate you tuning in. Subscribe to the channel. Let us know in the comment section below, what are your most recent pickups?
Oh, yeah, I'd love to hear it.
Doesn't have to be video game related. What have you added to your game room? Maybe somebody added $1 Million Man.
Yeah, or maybe like you put up a new poster, or you put up you got someone's autograph, or maybe you met a Power Ranger. That's freaking sick. You put it in your game room.
All be dope to hear about.
I just want to hear about it.
Hit us up in the comments. We appreciate you tuning in, subscribing to the channel, and thanks for hanging out with the one and only Gaming Off the Grid.